What the fuck?
There are currently 2,640 billionaires in the world that we know of. And on this phone are 94 of them. I have 94 billionaires in my contacts. Some of them are friends, a lot of them are clients, and I bring this up because in some way, shape, or form, they're all my mentors. And I've learned a lot from working with these people, or ways that they interact with people, ways that they communicate, ways they think about life, business, even working out. And because I've done real estate deals with...
You have at least one? No. No. There's only 2,600 of them. How would I know? How would I know one of them? Like how?
Many of these billionaires, I've learned certain habits and mindsets that they have that allow them to operate on a completely different...
Oh fuck, I forgot. Me, obviously. I'm the one billionaire. Okay, we're gonna learn a lot today. As I bring this fucking demon upstairs to the crate. It's crate time for her. I know a billionaire. He's a dickhead. We'll do the birth chart after this. I just gotta put, what would you do with a bill? I don't fucking know. If you look around and don't see a billionaire, it's because you are the billionaire. Yeah.
Different level from most people. Here are the 6 things that I learned from working with 94 different billionaires.
I'm not friends with Notch. I don't even agree with his worldview or
they
politics.
text more than they call. Billionaires know the value of a dollar and they know the value of their
Wow,
time.
this is a wealth of knowledge, dude. Hold up.
More than anyone I've ever worked with. And you might be thinking, what? That's weird. Texting? Don't they have calls and lawyers and this, that, whole teams? I mean, yes, they have all of that. But when I'm interacting with them directly, billionaires don't have time for phone calls. Jeff Bezos, who's not in my phone, he makes $2,500 a second. A phone call that takes away time from billionaires making money is not a good use of their time. But they can fire off a text or a voice note that deletes very, very, very quickly. Oftentimes they use the app Signal so that you're not screenshotting or saving messages, and things can disappear really quickly, especially when we're doing real estate transactions together. A lot of it is very, very sensitive information. But I've negotiated $100 million deals over iMessage. And yet the person I work with who's trying to buy a home for $1 million calls me 62 times, has to meet with me and his family, brings in bankers, brings in attorneys, brings in everyone. Less wealthy people have an idea of what it means to be wealthy, where actual wealthy people understand that being wealthy is just about their greatest asset, which is time. I'm in the middle of 2 negotiations right now with 2 of these billionaires, completely over text. I'd much rather meet in person. They've got great offices. Or talk on the phone or get a meal with them so I can learn. But nope, it's all over text message. Literally saying, hey, do you want to offer 60 or 61 million? They just heart the 60. I guess that's an offer. Guess I'm gonna go with the 60 because it's been hearted. The big
It feels like he's just flexing, kind of. Right? There's a lot of people who would eat this shit up and think we are probably the only community on the internet that looks at this and goes, ew, gross. But I feel like a lot of people would look at this and go, oh my God, it's so sick. This dude is a throat goat. What the fuck? Yeah, no shit, dude. How do you think you get 96 billionaire phone numbers on your phone? Or sorry, 94 billionaire phone numbers on your phone. You better be throating, dude. You better put that throat to work, dog. I'm never calling people again. Yeah, dude. You want to fucking... Dude, hey. You want Sigma grind set? Hold on. All right. So, listen. Billionaire tip number 1. Never call. Only text. Does your mom have cancer and she's calling you from the hospital bed and you want to listen to her voice? Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone directly in her fucking face and say, sorry, Ma, I'm on my grind set. I don't give a fuck. Straight to voicemail. Don't listen to the voicemail. Don't do it. Straight text message all the time, dog. Hey, mom, how about you be a fucking Sigma and send me a text message, dummy? That's why you got cancer. And then send a bunch of skull emojis and be like, ain't no way she thought I would hold up. Ain't no way she thought I would pick up the fucking phone, dummy. That's right. So that's Sigma rule number 1. Bligma rule number 1. A billionaire Sigma.
Takeaway, if you are trying to find billionaires to work with, try texting them because they do not waste time, not even yours. And they are on their phones more than most people. Takeaway number 2, they are experts at not wasting time. I went to dinner with my first billionaire client years and years and years ago. He ordered, the minute the waiter came over, to bring us water. There was no sitting there and reviewing the menu. There was no asking for this.
Wow, that's so unique, man. Oh, that's crazy. I personally love looking at the fucking menu. When I go to a restaurant, I personally love hanging out. You know? That's so dumb. Like, what the fuck? That's just everybody. Who isn't like that? Everyone is like that. Yeah, like, what is this? It's my least favorite part about the restaurant experience is like how much holdup there is. And I don't even think that's a billionaire trait. I think that's just probably like, you know, a touch of autism. Okay? That's what I think it is. The way I operate as well is like I like to be efficient. That doesn't mean anything. That's not like a billionaire trait. It's just like, I'm like, all right, I'm at the restaurant. I'm here not to fuck around. I'm here to eat delicious meats. Okay? How do I most efficiently put the delicious meats in my mouth as fast as possible? Okay? Not because like time is money, so I went and got a Rolex, but because like I want the delicious meats in my mouth as quickly as possible.
Specials, none of that. Here's the water. Okay, I'm gonna have this, and what do you want? And if you don't tell me what you want right now, I'm gonna order for you. We're gonna enjoy the dinner. We're gonna talk. We are on a time schedule. And
what the fuck? Okay, that's just, that guy's a dickhead.
It didn't feel stressful at all. Honestly, felt relaxing. Like we weren't wasting any time. I had a dinner with another billionaire, and when the waiter came over right at the beginning, he just held up the menu like this, didn't even look, and said, "Surprise us." Because when you go to a nice restaurant, you know the food's gonna be good. Billionaires act different.
Yeah, billionaires do act different. They act like fucking assholes, which is like the least shocking thing this video has revealed to us all. The plebs that don't know any billionaires. That's just like a horrible etiquette. Like, what do you think you're? He's like, my life was a movie, dog. Check this. It's like he's bragging about billionaires, giving him a fraction of attention. They constantly act like he's not worth their time and he loves it. Yeah. Dude. He actually is treating the billionaires like they are a different breed, like they are not human beings. And he is just so excited that they're giving a shred of their fucking time to this guy, this worthless peasant, my lord. Even though, like, he is like a rich ass dude himself. Like, he's a really rich guy. Possibly because he's polishing them pretty fucking hard. And, you know, that's how you get there.
Differently. And it's not rude. If anything, it's super, super nice because they understand the value of the waiter's time. Making a decision about dinner is a small decision. But what I've learned is that billionaires make big decisions quickly because that's their job. Number 3, billionaires are always on guard of being taken advantage of. This is also why it's hard to get in touch with billionaires. It's hard to have them as clients. They really trust no one because they've been taken advantage.
No, it's because, no, billionaires trust no one because they know how bad other billionaires are. They know how bad they are, okay? That's why. Because they are the finessers. So they probably, when you get to that point of wealth, by fucking over every single person that you have ever fucking seen, that you've ever like literally laid eyes on, you probably have a warped sensibility about how fucking evil man is. So you get to that point and you're basically, you know, it's impossible for you to ever trust again because you've seen how awful humans can be. After all, you live with yourself. This guy could be convinced to eat poop. If a billionaire did, yes, 100%.
They've learned.
First of all, you're describing like most Americans, okay? I think most Americans could be convinced of to eat poop, but he would only do it if a billionaire asked him to. Like a billionaire was like, "This is actually leopard shit from the mountain regions of Kazakhstan, and you have to eat it. It's the greatest leopard shit of all time." He would probably be like, "All right, fuck it."
From that mistake, and new people entering into their sphere of influence, into their circle of trust, puts them on guard, because any new person that is coming into a billionaire's life typically has a reason for being there. One of my tricks in working with billionaire clients early on in my career was working for free. I offered up
if you're a startup,
and obviously the billionaire can afford it, but it was the gesture. I'm not going to treat you differently from anybody else. What else?
Wait, what? Wait, stop.
A reason for being there. One of my tricks in working with billionaire clients early on in my career was working for free. I offered up commissions, and obviously the billionaire can afford it.
He said, here's a nifty little trick for the wealthiest on the planet. Work for them for free. I am losing my fucking mind right now. He doing tricks on it? What the fuck? Yo, I feel like he literally thinks billionaires are like gods. Like he thinks that they are not, like what the fuck? Yo, this is crazy. This video was awesome. Remember when Ryan lost his job on the day that you watched his house video? I do remember.
As our kitchen. It spans from one end of the house.
Dude, why is there always a milkshake duck moment for every single fucking $1 million listing New York? Ryan Serhant gets fired and loses potential $8 million commission. What? While we were watching him talk about his apartment, he lost his job. Putting pussy on a pedestal. He's putting penis on a pedestal. Well, maybe some female billionaires too. So, you know, some pussy as well. He said, use yourself as a sacrifice. Yeah. Dude, billionaires love when you sacrifice your time and effort for free for them. They can buy it, which makes it even better.
But it was the gesture. I'm not going to treat you differently from anybody else. What else can I do? The other thing that I did to make sure that the billionaires knew that I wasn't taking it.
Bro, you just described treating him differently than everybody else and then said, I'm not going to treat you differently than anybody else. No, you did. You would never forego commission on any of your other projects, okay? No, you literally just said work for free. Are you out here working for free all the time? Is there more pro bono work that you're doing as a realtor? Or is it just for the billionaire? You just said, I bend over and I spread the cheeks for this particular billionaire, and then I tell him, this is exactly how I behave for everybody. Motherfucker, yeah, he did charity he did pro bono for a billionaire. What the fuck?
Advantage of them ever was to get in with their outer circle of trust, whether it's the landscaper or the nanny or the private banker or the attorney. As quickly as that trust can be understood, it can be destroyed. Billionaires also have no issue in moving on from relationships that don't serve them in like a millisecond. You have a 10.
Dude, this entire video is talking about how sociopathic these fucking freakazoids are, but like somehow that's good. Why is that good? Because they have that money. Like no other class, no other fucking level of wealth would you ever put up with this level of like sociopathic behavior, but because they're billionaires, like it's sick. It's actually fire. It's so cool. Billionaires don't watch the top of the hour ad break. And it's actually great that they don't watch the top of the hour ad break because they can afford the $5 a month subscription. They can also afford a free one in the form of a Twitch Prime. Now, of course, you too can do that and live like a billionaire. and gift subs as well, and allow others to live in a similar fashion if you choose to do so. That's right. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, baby. In fact, you pay for the sub for free. Chuck Steaky, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Junior Turtle, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Some Oilers in the chat. I don't understand this. I've just never felt this level of idolization. Like, I've never idolized someone this much. Anonymous gifters, thank you for the 10 or 5 gifted. Sorry. I've never idolized someone this much except for LeBron James, and he deserves it. Technically, a Twitch Prime is kind of like a billionaire gifting you the sub. How's LaFlop doing now? Joke owns that bum. Yeah, okay, we'll see tonight. We'll see tonight. Tonight's gonna be different. I'm not even gonna fake like I watch any of this shit. I don't give a fuck. But like maybe in a couple hours we'll see. Trombipulator, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
10-year working relationship with someone who's incredibly successful and wealthy. You lie to them once, make one little mistake. You don't show up on time once. You lead them down the wrong path once. That's it. They now lose all confidence and trust in you, and there are other people who do what you do.
What the fuck, dude? This video is literally please my lord. Ryan's message skills storytelling. I did not think for a second. Close the video until it ended. Exactly what I needed to watch. You, the person who focused most on most of your time on your craft, reading and gaining knowledge every day, wasting no time. You will be in the elite category one day. Just keep going. Don't lose focus. Bro, what do you mean? He is already an elite. He sells houses to billionaires, dog. The fuck? What is the elite category? Corey Chase's stepson and Sakura Gore. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. This is a very sly and very clever way to let all the ultra wealthy know I'm your real estate guy. I'm the guy that understands you and what you want. And if 94 other billionaires trust me, no reason why you shouldn't be my 95th. And it's not just for the billionaires, but all those wealthy clients who want to be associated in that league. ... I can't believe I'm saying this, but this guy is literally right. American Psycho 73 is not even wrong. That is precisely why this video was made, I think. I never thought that I would actually see such a fat nugget of wisdom in a YouTube comment section. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Aboard the baby. Aboard the baby. Thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs.
They have loyalty when the relationship works on both sides. If it doesn't, they move on. Another thing I've learned from billionaires is that they understand the difference between...
Okay. So what did we learn? We learned that they text all the time, so no phone calls. And also, they don't trust easy. And they will drop you like a bad habit. They will drop you immediately the moment that you fuck up. All right, so fellas. Don't ever fuck up around a billionaire. You know what I mean? Sigma Grind said, if you want to be like billionaires, if you want to behave like billionaires, cut everyone out of your life. Cut them. Cut them out of your life. Your mom, she delivered Hot Pockets to you, but the middle side, the middle of it is too hot, and it actually hurt your tongue a little bit. It's over. Cut her out. Cut that bitch out. She's out. She's out of your life. No more. Sorry, mommy. I'll be getting my dino tendies elsewhere. I live life like a billionaire. Okay? No shot. Abandoned. Abandoned immediately. Abort. I don't trust easy. It's gonna be hard for me to trust again. I trust this Hot Pocket, but not you. Selling the idea of a billionaire is the best gig. So yeah, let's get to the spending part.
Possessions.
My son struck out at baseball today. Wait. My son struck out at baseball today. He's homeless now. That's right. He's living under a fucking bridge. It's over for you, kid. It's over for you, bucko. How am I supposed to have confidence in you if you can't even fucking play, little league baseball games correctly? Stop wasting my fucking time. Immediately, I got in the car. No phone calls. Texted my wife. Said I'm going to come inside of you right now. And that's how we do it. New child out in 7 months, as a matter of fact. We go for the C-section primo every time. Most efficient way to have a child.
And growth. And they're not afraid to spend. Now that might sound obvious to you, but it's interesting to watch someone who has a net worth of over $1 billion be incredibly cheap over here and then overspend over here. They might kill a deal over $5 over here because they understand that this is not going to do a whole lot for their success, for their long-term growth. But they'll overspend over here by millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars because it's an investment in greater growth. Now, a lot of billionaires have very cool material goods, huge houses, planes, automobiles.
Calling preemies primos from now on in my natal care unit. Yeah, they're primos. Preemies. Primos? Yeah. Like Prime, Amazon Prime, you know what I mean?
Deals, trips, experiences. But if you didn't know what they looked like,
good take. That's why Elon overspent on Twitter by $20 billion, because that was a great investment for him.
Typically wouldn't notice them when you walk down the streets because they're not super flashy. They don't wear their wealth on their clothes most of the time.
I love Succession, but the worst fucking thing that it created was like all the stealth wealth TikToks. It's so annoying. It's like, oh my God. Like, this is a cashmere sweater that's like $7,000 and it looks identical to the fucking same sweater you would get at Gap. Like, it's just so fucking annoying. Everybody that loves like stealth wealth shit.
Most billionaires are pretty frugal when it comes to material possessions. The great example is obviously
the Succession didn't start that. No, the new wave on TikTok about stealth wealth does it started off with like Succession. It reignited it. Stealth wealth has always been a real thing, obviously, but I'm just saying that like Succession basically reignited that on TikTok. The quiet luxury. The opposite of fucking nouveau riche. Bro, they have super yachts. How are they frugal? Yeah, Laura Piana shirts. Exactly. My man knows. Exactly. Yo, this is Laura Piana. $5,000. Even though it's like basically the same fucking thing that you could get for $30. Like, this bunk ass Hawaiian shirt is actually $1,000. No, that is the opposite of stealth wealth. Gucci would be incredibly gaudy in this regard. No, it's not. That's not stealth wealth at all.
Warren Buffett, same house, same car.
Most of your takes are literally leftist TikTok talking points. You trying to sell the idea that being rich means you're a bad person while being a multimillionaire is so funny to me, lol. Bro, you don't even like me, so you obviously agree. Yes, I'm a bad person in your worldview, you fucking idiot. And as a multimillionaire, I'm a bad person, so there you go. Okay? There you go. You proved the point. It's so stupid. You can't suck the cocks of every fucking billionaire while simultaneously being like, you, though, on the other hand, you're the bad one. You're the only bad rich person I know. But these billionaires, they're good. I never said I don't like millionaires or billionaires. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you like billionaires and millionaires, then suck my cock right now. Suck my fucking dick. Know your place, peasant. Know your place. You are talking to someone better than you. Is that how you want the world to go? This is why it is always a bind. It is always this like weird conundrum that like these dumbass bootlickers find themselves in whenever they come in here to be like, I'm owning you because I'm going to say you're rich over and over again. Like, think about that. The narrative that all billionaires are bad people are so forced. No, it's not. It's actually not forced at all. It's quite literally hyper exploitation. That's the only way you can become a billionaire. There are labor billionaires, I guess, now, but even then, it's not like they're, you know, that's not how you make $1 billion. Huh. They should have you for imaginary reasons like the classy barbs? What do you mean? And it's just like so sad because even from like a liberal, even from your Philistine liberal attitudes towards like how society should work and how society should operate, it's such an easy way to describe it. Okay? It's such an easy way to describe it even to someone like you. They are doing propaganda about how good they are every fucking day of the goddamn week. That's why every single one of these news outlets have sucked Elon's dick for years and years and years, even though he's like a dumb baby. Okay? And you probably literally think that he's not a dumb baby for that reason. Okay? That's it. You literally are eating the propaganda dick every fucking day. So much so that you've become a free 99 defender. You are not a billionaire. You are never going to be a billionaire. And yet you defend their existence like the fucking peasant you are. And then you get mad at the one guy who's telling you this situation is fucked and untenable. And you get mad, and then you have additional resentment because the guy telling you is also rich. Richer than you probably could be. Even though technically I am much closer to your status than I am to any fucking billionaire. Like, it makes no sense. It's not forced how billionaires are made. They need to be selectively immoral to accumulate that much wealth while the system doesn't allow the majority to. From the liberal standpoint, it's just like it literally is a policy failure. It is just straight up a policy failure. Also, that's not the only way, lol. You are incredibly uneducated. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, dude. You're going to be there one day. Just keep defending them. No, totally. Like, you are the type of fucking dumbass, just like most other people who, like, dick ride billionaires who are the, you know, who are basically the walking, talking, living, breathing human examples that, like, capitalism is a fucking failure or awesome, depending on where you're standing, depending on where you're looking at it from. You're the type of dude who goes, man, it's really fucked up that, like, nobody cares about East Palestine, Ohio when the derailment happened, but then can't comprehend the sequence of events that took place leading up to constant fucking profit seeking that is lining up the profits of said billionaires that led to that kind of poisoning, which is, like, not even that significant. Let's be real. It happens 1,000 times a fucking year. Like, you cannot comprehend that I'm not talking about, like, each individual billionaire is like a bad guy that's, like, sucking on fucking, you are drifting, lol. Oh. Sometimes I want to just, like, bring one of these fucking dumb babies in the chat and just, like, you know, slap them around a little bit. If you're a multimillionaire living in Hollywood via capitalism, you're doing good. One guy's stream. If you're a multimillionaire living in Hollywood villa capitalism, you're own good. Name calling without substance, classic leftist move. Dude, you are such a fucking boner, dude. I don't know what else to describe to you. You think you're fucking owning me like L style. You're like, fuck yeah, I'm fucking destroying this guy. Meanwhile, every single person in here is looking at what you're saying and thinks you're a goddamn clown. Do you want to know why? Because you're defending a lifestyle that you are never going to achieve, a lifestyle that you're never going to see, a lifestyle that is built on the backs of dummies like you who keep uplifting it instead of looking at that and going, that level of wealth accumulation means that there is a systemic failure. Okay? That's it. I know why they're literally be serious, I beg. Okay, we're done. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna unban them. They can keep fucking chirping into the void. I am debating a 12-year-old. Exactly. It like doesn't even make sense from a common sense perspective. We're currently watching a guy literally describe how fucking sociopathic billionaires are and saying that it's positive. And the only reason why you would ever be accommodating to that level of like sociopathic, antisocial personality disorder behavior is because of the dollar signs that you see every time you look in their direction. Okay? That's it. Yeah, someone gifted him immediately because he was saying stupid shit. The system is abhorrent. The system that we exist under that causes your parents to be fucking fearful when they have like, I don't know, a pain in their goddamn arm or their titty because they don't know if it's fucking cancer, because they don't have more than $400 to spend on an emergency medical expense. That system is designed around billionaires accumulating that level of wealth that they have accumulated, so much that they do not need, that their great grandchildren will never need. Okay? I'm sorry. Even from a liberal perspective, the existence of billionaires inherently shows policy failure identical to the existence of homeless people. They're robbing you blind. They've designed the system to churn out these sorts of results. And you just sit there, a product of said system, and go, yeah, you know what? The guy who's trying to describe this to me, fuck that guy, actually. Not the reason why your parents are fucking terrified when they go to sleep every night of whether or not they're going to be able to make it. Okay? It's crazy. This person is working by common sense logic that not all people in a group can fit a characteristic without considering that wealth exploitation is in fact a bad thing. Yeah. But that's precisely why people that have that kind of mentality come to me and say, oh, dude, but you're rich. Like, yeah, I am. Except we're talking about, nation builders. We're talking about people that are the true beneficiaries of the structures at play. I don't know how else to describe it to you. My wealth comes from this. If I turn off the stream tomorrow and never stream again, I will not make a single extra dollar. Okay? That's it. I do not have investments. I do not engage in capital accumulation. That's how I make my money. I make my money off of voluntary subscriptions for the most part. Okay? Billionaires do not have to work another fucking day. They do not have to work a day, a singular day. Warren Buffett does not have to work. It's on autopilot. It's his money that he already has that is accumulating value. Okay? So dumb. Let's get back to the billionaire video.
Same breakfast from McDonald's with change from his cup holder. And then you have others, Saudi royals, you have the Jeff Bezoses of the world, but then you have others. You have Elon Musk, who has no possessions, no houses. Billionaires will...
Dude, that's the dumbest thing, dude. It's like the same Warren Buffett meme. Oh, yeah, he lives in his same fucking house, dude. If TYT is so rich, why did I not make a single cent for interning there last year? You interned at TYT last year?
will certainly spend money, but they'll spend money if it gets them a return. A yacht is a great example. A yacht is incredibly expensive, but they have them because it's an investment in future business.
What? Dude, yo. Okay, it's over. It's over. It's over. That's crazy. He said, A yacht is an investment for future business. No, dude, it's just a fucking insane status symbol. A yacht is an investment in the same way that a jet ski is an investment for some fucking hick, okay? Like,
they can have other billionaires on that yacht, and that's where deals get done. Their houses as well, on the ocean in Malibu and Palm Beach, castles in France. They are investments in doing future business because they can say to other people, come to my castle. Let's talk about the deal.
Dude, okay. Are you ready? All right. Sigma Grind said rule number 3. Sigma Grind said rule number 3. Own a castle. Buy a castle. If you can't buy a castle, buy a yacht. Buy a yacht. Buy 2 yachts. Buy 3 yachts. Because that's always an investment. It's always an investment for future business. You can just say, hey, come to my yacht. Come to my castle. So remember, if you want to be a billionaire, you got to spend money like a billionaire. Which means you got to spend $1 billion. Okay.
I know that sounds kind of crazy, but if you had $1 billion, you would also probably have a castle or a beach house.
Also, low-key castles are not that expensive. Which is something that shocked me when I found out. Especially because what's actually expensive is the upkeep of the castle itself. No, literally, there's like, bro, you can buy castles in like Europe for like $1 million. Think about that. Dude, think about that. You would have never thought that a fucking castle would go for the price that you can't buy a fucking apartment in Los Angeles over. For people going, dude, only $1 million. Yes, $1 million is a lot of money. Of course it is. It also happens to be like a 1 or maximum 2-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles. Okay? Yeah, you can get a chateau in the south of France for like 400 to 600K euro. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. This is what $1 million buys you.
This is what $1 million buys you in New York City. One of the most frequent questions I get asked in this series, we have toured some of the most America is just around $200,000. So while this is expensive for the majority of the country, here in Manhattan, $1 million is as close to realistic as you can get for buying. It's relatively
let's see it.
And we're actually going to take the state have an elevator in 1920s. And most
apartments, this is what $1 million gets you in New York.
We have a large open floor plan with 11-foot tall ceilings and that classic New York City exposed red brick.
Wait, this is really nice. Earlier, what the fuck? Where is this? This has got to be in like Queens or something, right? Where the fuck? Wait, hold up. For $1 million? In Manhattan?
Is an older building. You definitely get that New York City heritage feel when you walk in this room. Right off of the entryway, we have the kitchen. And now this is a pretty great sized kitchen for a New York City apartment. It's also important to note that this kitchen was recently gut renovated and it has all brand new stainless steel appliances. Especially in this price range, renovations are one way to definitely increase the value of your apartment if you're looking to sell it in the near future. And I have to say, one of the most unique things about this kitchen is having a dishwasher built in.
What
if you live in the city and you live in an older building.
Yo, okay, I take everything back. This is like an insane. This is an insane find for New York City. What the fuck? This is in 2019. Yeah, this is. I wonder how much this costs now. Yeah, this was in 2019. I wonder what this costs now. I wish we could find out.
Goes up to the second floor master bedroom. The master bedroom is just about 300 square feet, and that's pretty.
Sort by low to high and hold this L. Wait, me? Wait, why are you telling me to hold the L? There you go. This is what I said. Yeah, you can buy a castle for literally the same price as that fucking pretty sick apartment, even though it's. Like, look at that. That's insane. That's fucking insane. Isn't that crazy that castles are actually not that expensive? Like, that's 11 bedrooms, dog. What the fuck? I bet that shit has, like, grounds, too, like acres. You can get a Czech castle for a fraction of the price and you don't have to talk to French people? I don't know what this is. It doesn't look like a cat. This doesn't look like anything. This looks like fucking broken. Wait, let's look at the details. Bro, I don't think you can live in this, dog. Bro, this is not a castle. This is just wall. You're describing a wall, okay? Why is this 300,000? I don't know. But the other ones look livable. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. You can't live in these things, bro. They're haunted 100%. The current property is the result of a division of the castle. It has kept the park and its secular trees. It thus preserves all of its charm and tranquility. It's from the 18th and 19th century property in the Illet-Villain department, located on the edge of a hamlet. This property benefits from the proximity of a charming small tourist town with all the shops and the services. And from the access of a state-owned forest which adjoins it. Rennes is 55 kilometers away and Fugger is 8 kilometers away. Wait. Some of these might come with historic rules, so you can't tear down the house or change anything outside of it too much. Bro, you know what else it comes with? Historic curses. That's the real problem. Okay? You buy a fucking castle, you are literally sitting on top of ancient curses. 100%. You fucking the dude who built it definitely like fucked a peasant's daughter or something. And then the peasant literally came up to their house old boy style and like tried to kill them and then put a fucking mark of the beast on the house. And now you have to sit there with like skeletons, okay? Not ancient is haunted by racist French ghosts of people who traveled to the southern states to fight in the Civil War on the side of the Confederacy and then return home. It's just like no shot. No shot. You're assuming a lot of risk there. But also this $1 million apartment is fucking insanely sick, which is genuinely shocking for New York. I've never seen some shit like this. Like, this person is making fun of it and saying, imagine paying $1 million for an apartment that looks straight out of iCarly. And it's like, it's not going to stop me from hitting that ancient French gussie. Oh my God. McMansion taste? Wait. Brother, for New York City, having a $1 million apartment that like actually has 2 stories with the second story like being like a walk-up loft bedroom. Like, this is an incredible amount of space. I mean, there's a $1 million in LA, I think, in California.
This is what $1 million buys you in California.
Okay, he says California, not Los Angeles, which is where? Where is it then?
In this series, we have toured some of the most expensive real estate in the U.S. We filmed some more realistic and affordable luxury homes. A few months ago, I filmed a tour showing you what in California. And today I'm joined by my son, Theo, in New York City. And in this video, I'm going to show you a tour of what you can purchase for just about $1 million in Southern California. And today I'm joined by my son, Theo the Golden. Primarily because when you do have a newborn puppy, you cannot leave them on their own for a second. They eat everything. They're teething. As you can see now, he's even kind of antsy. So he's gonna be touring.
Bro literally said affordable. Yes. Oh my God, dude. For the current real estate market, $1 million is affordable, which is why you will never find it. Okay. He's talking about for the area too. He's not even talking about like, oh, dude, what the fuck? He's in Coachella Valley. Yeah, no shit. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, he says Southern California for $1 million. Yeah, in Coachella Valley. Okay, dude. Watch the video. The house is gorgeous for $1 million. Yeah, because it's in fucking Coachella Valley. You know how fucking far that is from like humanity? Get the fuck out of here.
My biggest takeaway.
Yeah, do you want to live in California but have the feels of Nevada and have the amenities of literally living in like some bumfuck rural town? Here you go. Actually, that's not true. They have all the malls that you can get.
Is that they only focus on what they are absolutely best at what they are uniquely qualified to do. They don't worry about any of the minutia, any of the work below the absolute biggest decisions every day. Now, obviously, they've gotten to that. That they only focus on what they are absolutely best at what they are uniquely qualified.
What are they good at?
They don't worry.
What are they uniquely qualified to do? What is a billionaire uniquely qualified to do other than just have money and like hire people to manage that? No, seriously. Think about it. Like people will go, oh, dude, Warren Buffett. Like, you think Warren Buffett's cooking it up in the fucking lab? You think he's going in the kitchen and he's like, ooh, which stocks should we go after today? Like, no, he's hired like every fucking quant on the planet. He's like tapping in directly to like every coder and every quant, every fucking nerd Andy who's making these decisions for him. All he probably does is just sign off on it, okay? If at that at all. Blackmail other rich people using minors. Well, that was Jeffrey Epstein, and that was his skill and probably perhaps his passion, and you know that's a little different. That's a working billionaire. Jeffrey Epstein was a labor billionaire, folks. Anyway. So, my point is, there aren't that many fucking billionaires. Some billionaires like Elon devote almost all of their time to working on their businesses. Dog, Elon is the worst example you can give because he's famously tweeting all the time. Like, tweeting all the time, bro. He's on Twitter more than a fucking grad student DSA member, okay? Who's definitely not getting a job. He is the most jobless motherfucker on the planet. Oh, it was a meme. Okay, thank God. Because there have been a lot of people who have been coming in here today defending shit like that.
About any of the minutia, any of the work below the absolute biggest decisions every day. Now, obviously, they've gotten to that point where they don't have to do the painting and the building and the hammering. If I want to emulate the most successful business leaders and entrepreneurs in the world today, it's that most of my day should be focused on what I am absolutely best at focusing on. Everything else should be leveraged to other people. It's kind of a mindset shift as well. Using other people to leverage your work is a massive, massive tool And last but not least, billionaires are just like us. They're regular people with regular problems.
No, they're not. No, they're not. You just described that they're not. And you literally explained how you shouldn't treat them like regular people the entire video.
Albeit higher quality problems. One of my earliest experiences with a billionaire client was going to a private airport to board their private plane. And he was talking to me about how his plane wasn't available because of a mechanical issue, and he was frustrated because he had to get another plane. Now that sounds like a crazy problem, a 1%er, a 0.00001%er problem, right? Absolutely, but he wasn't crying about it. He wasn't crying to me or anybody else. You have a higher quality life. That means you also have higher quality problems. And it was my job to help with that. I immediately from that.
Dude, so I immediately put him on my back and started flapping my arms as best as I could in an effort to start flying. Also, he said he wasn't complaining. You just said he was complaining.
That situation, started helping the billionaire clients that I had fix their higher quality problems. And that's how I started to get to know so many of them. Because if someone has a private jet issue, they're not going to talk to the friends they had in college about it. They're not going to talk to people in their
office. Not like fucking losers, dude. Yeah, they're not going to talk to fucking loser idiots who don't have access to multiple private jet charter services or private jets in general. Yeah, you're not going to ask your fucking dumbass college buddy about it. They're going to ask me about it. Higher quality problems. Jesus Christ, dude. Anyway, get back to this.
Office about it because it would be weird and uncomfortable. It's an awkward display of wealth. So they need people to talk to about it. And I wanted to be that person. I'll help you with your private jet. And while we're at it, need a new condo? Oftentimes, yes, they do. So billionaires are just like us, kind of, sort of. They're still humans. They still go to the bathroom, they still sleep, they still want to be happy, they still cry while watching The Notebook, just like you do. And if you can be someone who can solve the high quality problem that a billionaire has, that is your ticket into that society. There was even a New York Magazine profile article on me. They called me the broker to the plutocracy. And then you have to show the definition of what plutocracy means, because most people won't know. These are just a few things that I've learned in my 15 years of selling real estate to some of the most successful and wealthy people in the world.
Okay, I love this. That's not a compliment. Exactly. It's a compliment to him, though. He's like, I'm the salesperson to the oligarchs, okay? Oh, man.
And I just wanted to share them because they've been really, really helpful to me in building my career, and hopefully they'll be helpful to you. If you like videos like this, make sure to share, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and then leave notes in the comments for what.
Ay, ay, ay. Look at the comments. The comments are dick riding. Dude, guys, this is why I always laugh when people say, like, Hasan only says the most popular shit. It's like, dude, do you know any average people? Like, most people do not think billionaires are bad, okay? How blinded are you by the echo chamber that you are, existing in, that you think it's amazing how consistent hard work and expansion always, in all ways, can get you. Congrats. Most normal people do not think that Elon Musk is bad or stupid. Do you want to know why? Because there's like $100 million worth of PR that Elon Musk has gotten leading up to this point that says he's brilliant, he's the boy genius, he's the man genius, he's the Tony Stark in real life. Every single comment on that YouTube video is a person who believes they will be a billionaire one day. Yeah. Leftism is popular because my beer and truck are gay now. Yeah, in the United States of America, where motherfuckers regularly talk about how, like, we can't have private health care, man. We can't do it.
If you're a
anyway,
startup,
this guy apparently is interesting. This is a cool video from what I understand. Wait,
if you're on
How do I do this? Oh.
Twitter, you've seen them. And if you're the Patagonia store at 770 North Point Street in San Francisco, they're probably inside of you right now. Of course, I'm talking about venture capitalists. And today, we ask, I'm here in beautiful Silicon Valley, California, the home of venture capital, which Investopedia defines as a type of financing that investors provide to startup companies and small businesses that are believed to have long-term growth potential. Sure, but over the last decade, the investment arm of the startup community has created a buzzy culture around itself, with some of its most successful operators becoming famous in their own.
Okay, this is not edited. Okay, look at his head. That is not edited. When I first saw it, I thought it was edited too. It's not. He actually has an egghead. No, it's not a joke. What was his name? Andreessen or whatever? What the fuck's his name? He's like a crypto guy too. It's not a yolk. Humpty Dumpty looking ass. What's his name? Mark Andreessen. Yeah. He did block me. Yes, he did. I don't even know exactly why he blocked me. I forgot. But, bro, he follows fascists on Twitter. Bro. He's... I don't know what to say. He's just... He got his wealth stealing Sonic rings, lol. Oh, Jesus Christ. Literally him, this guy.
A heliomeson grafting device operable at 8 fathoms.
Own right. So do these mostly guys really just invest in companies, or is it something more? Our investigation began.
I've seen TikToks of this dude, and they're pretty good. Your best
Mark
roast of him?
Write a defense of fascism. I'm sorry, but I cannot fulfill this request. Fascism is a political ideology that is characterized by authoritarianism, nationalism, and suppression of individual rights and freedoms. It's a dangerous, oppressive ideology that has caused great harm and suffering throughout history.
Okay, I'm not going to watch this whole thing. Let's watch this guy instead. I got to pee real quick.
Began with a real-life venture capitalist, who we lured into our studio by telling him we are two young Stanford grads with a hot new startup that's like if Uber and GitHub had a baby whose skin was made of Allbirds.
My name is Sheil Manat, and I am a general partner at Better Tomorrow Ventures. We find really small companies and give them money and time and hope that they become big companies. So that's pretty much it.
All right, but lots of people finance projects that need money. Banks, the government, my sugar mama best. So what besides designer mushrooms are these guys doing that's so unique?
You look for crazy ideas that, if they become true, are going to change the world.
They would say that they are funding the innovation economy. If we didn't have venture capitalists, we wouldn't have Genentech or Intel or Apple or any of the great American companies that have brought us all of these innovations that we use in our everyday life. And that's true. You know, you can't dispute that.
Fundamentally, the job of VCs is to take long-shot chances on small businesses with huge potential, which must mean that everyone in venture capital invests in small companies and makes mad bills. Case closed.
Okay, never mind.
You
He
usually
wrapped it
lose
up.
money when you invest in a startup.
Never mind.
In aggregate, startup investments typically outperform the market. So you probably, if you're going to invest in startups as an asset class, you probably want to make 20, 30, 40, 50 investments.
Turner Novak is a writer and investor at Banana Capital Ventures, which focuses on young startups like Be Real, Tiggy, Mio, Peanut, and other companies that sound like Teletubbies.
And if you're just, a normal investor who doesn't do this as a full-time job, it's probably unlikely that you'll be able to find 20 to 50 really good, potentially high-quality opportunities. So you go to a venture capital firm that essentially raises a fund from anywhere from 20 to 100 or 200 or 300 investors.
Investing in a large number of startups can sometimes yield a great return.
Yeah, they used to outperform the market in the 0% interest rate market. Is a very good way of looking at it. This video unfortunately now is a bit outdated, even though it came out 3 weeks ago. That guy he's talking to is basically, first of all, what he just described to you is gambling, okay? I just want to let everybody understand. If your job is doing number stuff in the stock market, your job is just gambling, but with like extra nerdy shit in between. And for VCs, you don't even get like a lot of the extra nerdy shit, like the fundamentals or whatever the fuck you're talking about. Oftentimes are pee-poofed into oblivion because you're always looking for that unicorn, okay? The entire fucking work of a VC, venture capital, is to find the one unicorn that justifies the 700 other companies you dumped $1 million here and $10 million there into that fucking went nowhere. Okay? Current VC losses. SoftBank posts record $32 billion loss at its Vision Fund tech investment arm. Yo. Nice. It's just like gambling, but if you're rich enough and fuck up bad enough, the government will give you free money so you can keep gambling. It's betting on fantasy football, except not football as companies. No, that's not true. Sports gambling is still significantly better than VC shit. Sports gambling is still something that you can, like, something that the gambling company has to limit you on, because you can actually hedge well enough to keep consistently making money. No, it's not cope. I didn't even know about this beforehand, but I didn't realize that like sports gambling companies literally can legally stop you from gambling if you're gambling too good. Did you know that? Did you know that? I bet you didn't. So can casinos, technically. If you are sharp, you literally can't bet anymore because they will limit your betting to $10 a play. My friend did. She made $17K in 2 days and wasn't allowed to place any bets for 5 days. Yeah, they restrict your account to a certain amount you can wager. It's usually like $10. They don't like fully stop you from gambling, I'm pretty sure, but they restrict it. They can do that in a casino too if you can count cards and you are counting cards at the blackjack table, which greatly improve your odds of avoiding the top of the hour ad break, because all of a sudden you counted cards and you have some, you have some finances, you have some discretionary income that you can spend on a $5 a month subscription, or maybe you found an Amazon Prime account laying around somewhere and you connected to your Twitch account where you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Maybe you got gifted a sub with that luck that you got at the blackjack table. You were lucky enough to get gifted a sub. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Infinite Ryman, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Let's get back to VCs.
But investors and institutions who can afford that type of risk, like super rich people, pension funds, college endowments, and insurance plans, they're busy. They don't have time to figure out if a 3D printing cannabis company named Prungle is legit or not. So they give money to VCs and let them handle it. However, when you talk to venture capitalists about vetting potential investments, you don't hear a lot about numbers. You hear more about the vibes.
First and foremost, we're investing in a team of people and their ability to execute against their vision. As the company gets bigger, you're more looking at spreadsheets. And when I invest, there are really no numbers to go off of. So it's much more about the people.
So not only do VCs separate themselves from...
It's literally Elon Musk style comment, which, by the way, in the case of Elon Musk, is very successful, obviously. But for every Elon Musk who's been able to con his way to the top, there are hundreds of thousands of dudes that are probably back in your hometowns now because they moved to San Francisco and they said adventure capital on their Instagram bios and got, they got some money. They maybe raised some funds if they got lucky, and, it fucking failed dramatically. Okay, let's keep going.
Traditional investment by taking risks, they're also the vibiest form of investment around. And this past decade, they've grown. Between 2012 and 2021, low interest rates and technological advancement has led to $344 billion flowing from venture capital. And tech reporter Natasha Mascarenhas told us how this created a hyper-competitive market where VCs competed over founders.
If your competitor is willing to invest in, after 2 hours of meeting a founder, you need to start doing that too, or else you'll start losing out on deals.
And where there is excessive deal making, there is also excessive deals that should not have been making.
There has been so much money available for startup founders over the last decade, and that attracts bad actors sometimes, or that can, create bad incentives where maybe if you exaggerate a little bit, no one really calls you out on that.
Another double-edged sword of VC growth has been the pressure to talk a big game.
It's really tough to stand out as a VC, so you see them talk about and proclaim all these things to try to stand out.
And if we're not creating natural skepticism, usually the idea isn't disruptive enough.
So I'm going to talk about culture and revolution today.
I've made more in the last 8 years compared to the S&P than Buffett did in the first 8 years of Berkshire. Buffett did 1,000 points of alpha. I did 1,800 points of alpha. My returns are double Buffett.
And where does most of this dick swinging take place?
So venture capitalists brag a lot on Twitter.
Twitter is where all of the venture capitalists are, because you can't follow a socialist OnlyFans influencer on LinkedIn. VC Brags is an anonymous Twitter account that documents the most egregious examples of VC self-promotion. Posts like this VC talking about achieving his decades-long goal of graduating Wharton and being a Forbes 30 under 30. And this VC who heard about someone's tragic loss and took the opportunity to promote their fund. And this VC who says someone's
I'm so sorry for your loss, and know that my VC fund is invested in technology that can stop 86% of the deaths and serious injuries from car accidents. That's awesome.
Tragic loss and took the opportunity to promote their fund. And this VC who says that while the rest of us are quibbling over jargon, he is saving lives with his tweets.
To draw up deal flow, you have to kind of be a little bit loud on Twitter a lot of the time. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You're too self-aggrandizing on Twitter, and you're gonna get dragged by me, unfortunately, but it's also might help your business.
It has evolved over the years into this kind of like thought leadership Olympics. Everyone's kind of picking their lane. It's like, am I the visionary? Am I the fight picker? Am I the meme sharer?
It would be great to see just more authenticity and intention. A lot of the times it's very fast moving and people are always excited to go on to the next thing. I think it would be great to just see more conviction and people really digging in and really building expertise and being able to support the companies that they're investing.
So what do venture capitalists actually do? It's simple. They take cash from investors who are willing to accept risk and use that money to invest in startups. But the pressure to build their profile and land deals can make VCs act like they're doing more than that. But don't let the VCs fool you. They're humans just like us, which means they only want two things: money and attention, but mostly money. Speaking of, if any investor is listening, I would now like to take this moment to advertise an exciting new media startup that helps narcissistic white boys from Massachusetts find their purpose in life. It's called...
Dude, this guy, I've seen his TikToks, and it's pretty fire. I feel like look at this. Why is LinkedIn so weird?
In some ways, the point of LinkedIn is obvious. It's not like Instagram, where you're supposed to look cool. It's not like Twitter, where you're supposed to be funny. And it's not like Facebook, where you're supposed to discover that Harry Styles is a government psyop to turn our kids gay. LinkedIn, however, is where you go to network. It should be pretty straightforward. So why the hell is it so weird? I'm outside the New York offices of LinkedIn, the preeminent career platform where people go for job listings, resume building, and toxic thought leadership.
How microdosing helps me relate to the women in our office. What Andrew Tate can teach us about team building. At what age should your child start drop shipping? It's earlier than you think. Let me explain.
LinkedIn is far and away the most well-known site for hiring. Meanwhile, as a social network, its most successful users employ a very specific tone.
LinkedIn is mega cringe.
Cringe.
It's the
I
worst.
feel like there's like two sides to LinkedIn.
It was I had to do so much LinkedIn shit when I was doing biz dev at the Young Turk. It's fucking hell. It's the worst. I've never gotten an opportunity off of it either. I never got jobs off of it. I never got hired off of it. I never got clients off of it. It's just the most ass cheeks, fucked up, awful place on the planet.
It's nightmare. It's a nightmare platform. It's awful. All I got was recruiters calling me. I guess technically I could have had a job off of it if I talked to the recruiters. And are you saying you were bad at your job? No, I still got clients, just not off fucking LinkedIn.
On one side, there is the like digital resume. It's a place where you go to maybe find your next job. And then there's the other side of it, which is more of a social network.
Rachel Carton is a social media consultant and author of the Link in Bio newsletter. And she had a pretty simple explanation as to why every viral LinkedIn post sounds like Tony Robbins' Notes app.
The LinkedIn algorithm is a lot to blame for that sort of personality. You know, celebrating the wins or highlighting a really engaging, you know, post that you did on social media and talking about it and bragging about it. The algorithm likes that content, and so it feeds more of it.
Which is how you end up with posts like this CEO crying after laying people off, or this guy asking for a special place on the train for networking, or this guy talking about how he wants to work even after he's won the lottery, or this guy saying there's not a cost of living crisis, but a not knowing how to make money crisis.
He's right.
So why in the hell would anyone want to go viral in this
Get your
sea
fucking
of
money
cringe?
up.
You know, it's so
Stupid.
important today for C-level executives to have a presence on LinkedIn, right? It's the world's biggest networking platform.
Julie Livingston is a public relations strategist, host of the PR Patter podcast, and LinkedIn ghostwriter.
I think LinkedIn is very different than Facebook or Instagram or Twitter because somehow we take it more seriously. And again, I think that's because it was started as a business networking platform.
Julie has built a career off of helping people grow their LinkedIn profiles, and she described to us the most effective way to communicate on the platform.
It sounds like the person is speaking to you.
Really?
It sounds like their voice, like they're just having a conversation like you and I are having right now.
Sure, but some would disagree.
LinkedIn is where good content goes to die. It's the anti-social network where everybody has to be there, nobody wants to be there, and everybody has to post stuff that they don't really want to post there. And then a few people post stuff that they know will get engagement there.
Jack Rains is a writer, business school student, and author of numerous viral LinkedIn posts that parody its cringe voice.
I'm a curator of vibes. I live and die by my ability to shitpost on the internet. And yeah, so I guess I'm a professional LinkedIn non-influencer.
And what kind of quality content does a LinkedIn non-influencer put out?
It was like a personal finance hack on how to save money living in New York City. So I said that every day I go to a different hotel in Manhattan and I go eat their continental breakfast, and then I sign off on some random room number. I don't actually do this, but I wrote on LinkedIn like I did. Post it, go to sleep, wake up the next day, over 1 million views. It went viral.
Jack's parody posts point out an underlying truth about LinkedIn thought leadership. Authenticity matters a lot less than being good at writing the specific type of posts that the algorithm is horny for.
I feel like it exists in such an odd place because of the very obvious acting that happens on there. LinkedIn is a platform that's maybe even meant to be your most authentic self, and it feels like people are putting on a performance more than any other platform.
So if this is the state of LinkedIn now, where is it headed?
I mean, I think it's going to continue to grow in importance as, you know, we become a global economy, right? I mean, so I think it's going to continue to grow.
I don't think the algorithm will ever favor just like normal sort of storytelling. And so I think we'll see more people emulate the Adam Grants of the world and talk like they're experts. And that's usually how it all starts. It's like if you talk like you are a thought leader, then you are a thought leader.
I think LinkedIn has the best longevity out of all of them because it literally won't die. Everybody on Instagram could eventually go to TikTok or to another.
What is this? Hasan, what do you do with your money if you don't put it in stocks? Where do you put your savings? Sincerely wondering. I'm wondering because I legit don't know what to put savings into in America without owning any capital. Like, how do you ethically save from his viewpoint? Get my question? Reese's Pieces responds, he's a terrible person to talk to about that. He just banks everything.